Welcome back, Baxter from Casino Guitars. I have a special amp in my arms right now, in my lap. It's heavy. This is from Supro. This is not an amp in production. So we talked to our friends over at Supro. God, it was like on Monday. I think today's Friday. And they said, we have this amp. We want you guys to do a video on it. We're making this amp. We made one amp for one person, a fellow named Seal. And we think it's really cool and want to see what you think about it, Baxter. So they shot us an amp down. I've gotten to play it a bit. This is a complete prototype. It's the only one of its kind. But what they've done with it is kind of neat. They've taken an old Supro amp design. They've taken the old Supro Super, which is this guy right here. It's heavy for how little it is, and I'm not very strong. But they took this amp, they tweaked it a little bit by putting it into a bigger cabinet, a bigger speaker, because this is a tiny speaker. It's just a 5-watt amp. But they put in this new speaker here that they custom made for this guy. And it changes the tone and the character entirely for this operation. It's also got a cool brass covering on top of it. But this is basically a very simple amp. It's got a 12AX7 and a 6V6 tube in it. That's your tube structure. And it's got Supro's proprietary transformer setup down here. But this is the BD10, so it's a 10-inch speaker going from the small speaker down here. And this changes everything. So the way we operated during the demos, I played a Strat and a Les Paul, both custom chops, because why not? If they're there, they were fun to play, and they both have sparkles, like this guy. We're sort of matching the golds. And we ran the amp full out, just full power, and we adjusted the clean to dirty with our volumes on the guitars. Didn't touch the tones at all. I find this to be a much more usable amp than the standard Super if you're trying to gig or perform at all with it with the drummer. The Super is really tough to play with the drummer. It's loud enough barely, but you really got to jack it if you want the dirt. This one, it can get dirty about halfway up, but it's different. It's got a little more roundness to it than the traditional Super, and it has a nice, I don't know what the character would be. It's got a nice, it's definitely got a little honk to it in the middle. The mids are pushed hard, and I like that with certain guitars. So like the Les Paul and the Strat, it was fantastic with. Totally different as well, as you noticed. So hopefully we'll get some comments and questions back on it as well. Again, let me do a little spin here. So you can see depth next to me. I'm a barely 6 foot tall human, weighing in around 155 pounds. I'm massive. There we go as well. Oh, here's the fun part. It's a very complicated amp, as you can see. But this is an amp built for someone like me. I don't have many brain power cells up here. I like a simple thing. I want to thank Brian and Dave and all the guys at Supro and all the guys and girls that particularly make these things from giving us a shot to take a look at it. We like it a lot. I want to know what you guys think too. So shoot us some comments, questions, see what you think. If you want a small sort of travel size but gig worthy amplifier, if that would make sense for Supro to make it, because they got their ears out and they watch the internet stuff and like see what we all think. So I look forward to hearing what you say. Thanks again for tuning in. Subscribe, bells, all that stuff. Click them.